The Phoenix Suns are fundamentally broken. And I gotta be honest with you, some of the discourse surrounding the Phoenix Suns just pisses me off. It really does. People think... Now, what I will say is here, let me go here. What I will say is, I never thought I'd talk about the Bradley Beal trade being a fleece for the Wizards. But even though the Suns gave up literally nothing, whenever people like to show those second-round picks that they gave up or the first-round pick swaps that will never be exercised, I never thought I'd say the Wizards trade was an absolute fleece. But what looked to be the Phoenix Suns getting an A+++ grade on that trade, they got an F-. The Wizards just getting off of that deal and getting some assets back to do so was an absolute steal. And I'll admit that. But I got to be honest with you guys. The discord surrounding Bradley Beal is just annoying, and it's starting to piss me off. It's so toxic. Some of the things that I see on social media and from other media members, oh, Bradley Beal this, Bradley Beal that. Everything wants to be pointed at the $50 million man that he is, and he should be held accountable. He's been just bad this year. Just call it what it is. He's just been not good. But then you look around at the rest of the team. Grayson Allen's been a shell of himself this year. He's overpaid as well. Tyus Jones has been... you try to come up with words to describe his season. He's been just as annoying as Beal in some spurts. Outside of Colin Gillespie, Oso Ighodaro, and Ryan Dunn, who have been fun revelations for this team, and I guess you can put Cody Martin in there too. But Nick Richards was exactly what I said he was. I always find it funny when people come after me, because sometimes my opinions can be a little strange in the moment. I called the Nick Richards thing last year when I talked about the Grayson Allen thing. I thought they overpaid him. At this point, he does look a little overpaid. But the point is not how right Ben is. It's about this. This team is fundamentally broken. And blaming it just on one player is crazy. Blaming it just on one coach is crazy. And even right here, Michael, a guy that I love. This all started in the front office. Then it ran downhill. I disagree with that. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant recruited Bradley Beal. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant recruited Tyus Jones. And for anyone that says, the front office needs to run everything. Okay, grow up, Peter Pan. That doesn't happen. The NBA front offices always cater to their star players. And they wanted those guys, and they brought them here. Now it's the front office's fault, again, for enabling that. But it is also a problem with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker for recruiting those players. But I'm not going to continue to go after them because I thought that they were good moves too. So it would be hypocritical of me to go after them for that, solely for those moves. But guys, blaming Bradley Beal is kind of ridiculous. He is not a part of the solution here, and he's a part of the problem. But so's Nick Richards, so's Grayson Allen. At times earlier in the season, so was Devin Booker. I know that's really hard to talk about with the Devin Booker fans, but he wasn't great this year either. And I find it disingenuous. And the Suns are so fundamentally broken, and I've seen the statistics, what has happened for the Golden State Warriors with Jimmy Butler. But for anyone that thinks Jimmy Butler was just going to come in and save this team, I think it is crazy fandom talk. I thought Jimmy Butler was going to be able to come in and help this team as well. But guys, and I've looked at the statistics. Jimmy Butler has basically turned the Warriors from an okay team to a really good team. Offensive rating is 4th. Defensive rating is 1st. Net rating is 3rd. A trade that basically helped turn around their season. The difference is that the Suns have no culture. The Warriors were not asking for Bradley Beal to come in. I'm sorry. The Warriors were not asking for Jimmy Butler to come in and save their season. The Suns are so fundamentally broken. Even if Jimmy Butler was here, it would have helped the Suns, but it would have not fundamentally or statistically changed their season. Because what the Suns are looking for is someone to come in and save them. Part of what makes Jimmy Butler work, especially on teams like the Heat and the Warriors, they already have a championship level culture. They're not asking for one singular player to save them. The Suns, had they brought Jimmy Butler in here, yeah, they'd have been a little bit better, but they wouldn't have been legitimate championship contenders. Because you still would have had Nick Richards here. You still would have had the front court problems that are the fact that you're just small and defensively you're god-awful. You would not have been able to solve the fact that you're still pretty small. Tyus Jones has been awful. You would likely still be starting Colin Gillespie at point guard. And that's not good enough. I like Ryan Dunn. I like Oso. I'm going to talk about Walter Clayton Jr. tomorrow, whether my Florida Gators win or lose tomorrow, and what the Suns could do there. But if you think Jimmy Butler was going to fundamentally change this team, I think you're crazy. Kevin Durant, we thought that was going to change everything and change the discourse and direction of this team. No. I thought Bradley Beal was going to help with that. No. You want to change and fire the head coach, to Michael's point in the chat? No. The Suns have a culture issue, and they're fundamentally broken. The Warriors don't. That's a team that has championship pedigree and wasn't asking for Jimmy Butler to save them. He was asking for him to complement what they do. And to that, he does. But quit blaming it on one singular person. Quit blaming it on Coach Bud or Kevin Durant at times. This team, top to bottom, has issues, and that includes Devin Booker outside of his 40-point game and what he's been over the past couple of games. So, I cover the Suns. They help pay my bills. I'm so ready for the season to be over. This has been the worst Suns season of my life. From the grumbling and the frustration, it's just not worth it anymore.